certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Fellas, I feel this is my lucky day.
Brilliant.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Rankin. It's going to be a fun one today. We're talking about Harvey Keitel. Yeah, I've got a great panel here. Over here, I've got Dan. Dan, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing good, Malcolm. I'm glad you asked me to be on this one. I'm pretty acquainted with Harvey Keitel. He goes way back with a lot of the movies that I watched as a kid, and I know he's popular with the crowd of the 90s crowd, but he also is an actor that I started watching his movies when I was really, really young, because he's been acting for a long time.
Also here we've got Chris Diaz. Chris, how's it going?
Yeah, doing good. I really do like Harvey Keitel a lot. Like, there are some blank spot hits. I had blank spot, but I watched two for this I end up really loving. And some have more popular one. But yeah, great actor. Really to pop up in a lot of stuff that really whether seems silly or like even menacing performance. He did a great job with. Looking forward to talking about it.
Yeah, and how Rankin works is we each go around and nominate a movie we think belongs on a top 12 list, and then everyone else say either yes or no to it. But that I'm going to go to Dan first. Dan, was the first movie you're going to bring up?
Yeah, like I said, I've been watching Harvey Keitel in movies for quite a while. He's been acting in movies since the 60s and 70s, and I'm going to bring up one of those movies now, a movie that really put me on a path of my filmography, the types of things I like to watch, the types of things that I'm geared towards. One of my favorite directors of all time, Martin Scorsese, a movie that kind of put him on the map as a young director, movie called Mean Streets, where Harvey Keitel plays a character called Charlie, and he's acting opposite Robert De Niro as Johnny Boy. And this is like a slice of life kind of story, even though it's set in like a gangster kind of world. It's like a slice of life in a small New York City neighborhood where these guys go out drinking, they get girls, they have a hard time, they do a little bit of drugs, they kind of get in trouble. And Charlie's like the bigger brother towards like Johnny Boy's smaller brother, younger brother, kind of, and he's like a mentor figure for him. And this is a movie that if you become a fan of Martin Scorsese, if you want to become a fan of Martin Scorsese, I'd say this is probably one of the first things you should watch. You could start finding out the types of movies Martin Scorsese's gonna make. And this is really my first introduction to Scorsese, and to be honest, Harvey Keitel. So I figured, why not put Mean Streets on here?
Chris, what do you say about Mean Streets?
This is one of the two I watched for the first time for this. I freaking love Mean Street. Moots. That whole boxing. And the whole fight and selling it with the little knife, but it's real knife, but it's toothpaste. I love that whole scene itself. I love Harvey Keitel and this. I think him and Robert De Niro had great banter and big between back and forth. My only issue with the movie, I think the ending that kind of leave it so loose-ended that I really wanted to see what happened next. They don't really give you a conclusion. But it's still a great movie. Definitely happy to check out for the first time for that. Well, really good pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it. It's just one of those ones that it's not really streaming anywhere for me, and I just couldn't find it anywhere to check out. I do want to see it at some stage, but I just haven't seen it. But it's going to make the list regardless. And Chris, we go to you next. What is the next movie you're going to bring up?
Yeah, let me go with the other one I just watched for the first time today. Probably my biggest blind spot when it comes to Jane Mangold movie, Copland. With him, Sylvester Stallone, Robert De Niro, another Ray Perry, Robert De Niro, him. I freaking love this movie. This is a great cop, dirty cop. Sheriff dealing with a land of cop land with all the cops to come together. Corruption going on. Robert De Niro trying to face sheriff, find witness to take all down. Harvey Keitel is phenomenal in this movie. He not a big name in the big role in the movie, but his scene when at the bar and he does tell Stallone, do your job. He's going to whole speech about why he created this thing in the first place. I think one of my favorite Harvey Keitel acting performance moments. I love this movie. I thought it was a great movie for James Mangold. One of Stallone's better performances I think he can give in anything. And a great script as well. A satisfying ending. Copland.
Yeah, I do quite like. I think Copland is great. And yeah, I do. It's been a while since I've seen it. I watched it for the first time for something for a ranking list before, but might have been listed Stallone or something. But I do remember liking it. And yeah, so it's going to be yes for me. Dan, what do you say about Copland?
Yeah, I was glad to see you brought this up, Chris, because I think this is probably one of Sylvester Stallone's best movies he's really acted in. If you really look at his filmography, he's more connected to Rocky and Rambo and action movies, but he's a great actor. And in a supporting role, which really in this movie, the supporting cast really helps Stallone be the character he is in this movie. And Keitel, De Niro, Ray Liotta, these guys all kind of lift Stallone up in a lot of ways. And without those guys, you don't know if Stallone is going to end up with the performance he gives in Copland. But yeah, James Mangold, hopefully he's got one coming, Chris, called The Force, which he's got a major actor attached to this. And I'm hoping we get this movie now that this all fiction it hasn't been already said. But he's just another addition to this cast. That's just an amazing movie, an amazing film. So yes, big yes for me.
And Chris, what do you say about Pulp Fiction?
One of my favorite first-time watches of this year. I watched Pulp Fiction for the first time this year. Yeah, I love this film. I think my favorite scene actually is Harvey Keitel's scene. Just show up and some of the most funniest moments in the movie was the character. Huge yes for me. And not the only Quentin Tarantino movie that might get put up here with Harvey Keitel.
But that Pulp Fiction is going to make the list. Dan, we go back to you. What is your next nomination?
Yeah, this seems to be a trend here with Harvey Keitel in supporting roles, and I think I'm gonna bring up another one. I wasn't gonna bring up this one. I was gonna bring up a starring role, but I decided to just bring up another supporting role that I just think he's great in, because it's part of the ensemble, and without him, you wouldn't have Robert De Niro doing the things he does as Travis Bickle, and he plays Wizard. Harvey Keitel plays a character called Wizard, and he's a pimp, and he's running some hookers in New York City, and one of those hookers is played by Jodie Foster, Iris. And what's his name? Travis Bickle doesn't like what Wizard is doing and how he controls these women and these young girls and stuff like that. And so he takes things into his own hand. I really like Keitel doing something different. It's going to be a broken record, supporting a good supporting character and good supporting cast. And Keitel is just one of those great supporting cast members, and he does a good job opposite Nicolas Cage in National Treasure. I do agree. So I'll say yes.
But that National Treasure is going to make the list, and it's back to me. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here, and I'm going to bring up one that I don't know if many people have seen. But it's a movie called Youth. You've got Michael Caine and Harvey Keitel as best friends who are reflecting on their lives while holidaying in the Swiss Alps, and it's just one of those stories that depicts the struggle between age and youth, past and future, and all that. You've got a great supporting cast like Rachel Weisz, Paul Dano, Jane Fonda, all in there. And I think it's a really good movie. It's just one of those ones where it's like just a different type of movie that Harvey Keitel's done from his usual sort of like crime movies and that. And yeah, so I'll say this goes. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but Dan, what do you say about Youth?
You know what, Malcolm? I have Youth as my number one honorable mention, but I had up until I kind of I scrolled down his filmography and I was looking at things, and I had forgotten one, so I put something else on the list and I moved Youth down to my top honorable mention. But I'm kind of with you in a way where we're going to be talking a lot about where he's playing cops or gangsters or whatever, or crime, people involved with crime and stuff like that. We're not going to talk about a movie where he's like a senior citizen in like the senior citizen community and kind of talking with people and having just conversations and dealing with this kind of an existential world that he lives in, this retirement community. I think, what was it, in Sweden or Switzerland or something like that, you know? And I'm with you. When I saw this, I was like, wow, this is a really good movie. And you don't think of Harvey Keitel in movies like this, you know? So even though it's my number one honorable mention, Malcolm, I think we may not get to something on my list, so possibly. So I'm gonna say yes to this because I do want some diversity on the list where it's not the same type of character, the same type of role for Harvey Keitel. So yeah, I'm gonna go yes for Youth.
And Chris, what do you say about Youth?
I've not seen it. This is like some of Harvey Keitel recent stuff I've not seen. But you guys told me on it. It'll be on my list of like to watch. Pretty soon. What?
Yeah. But with that, Dan, we're back to you for your next nomination.
I'm gonna go out of the box a little bit too, Malcolm, and I'm gonna go with a movie that, you know, a lot of us think of the sequel or the reboot or whatever you want to call, starring Nicolas Cage, but the original Bad Lieutenant starred Harvey Keitel, and it's directed by Abel Ferrara, and instead of New Orleans during like Katrina, it's in New York City, and he's like a drug addicted New York City detective trying to solve the murder of a nun, and he's just, this is a leading role of what we could see from Harvey Keitel, and he's phenomenal in this movie, the original Bad Lieutenant. And it came out in 1992. Anybody wants to watch it, it's on Tubi. You got to watch it with commercials. But I really recommend the original Bad Lieutenant. I think this is a fantastic movie. And then you go and watch the Nicolas Cage Bad Lieutenant, Port Call New Orleans. They're both great movies. But if you want to see a drug-fueled, alcohol, crazy character, lead character, protagonist, that's who you're going to get with Harvey Keitel here in Bad Lieutenant. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say Bad Lieutenant, 1992.
Chris, what do you say about Bad Lieutenant?
I have not seen either remake.
Oh God!
My dad never introduced me to it, so I just haven't.
Yeah, well, I mean, just quickly, like Werner Herzog had said, like the New Orleans one is it's not technically a remake; it's just a new story with different characters. It's not. I mean, it's one of those tricky ones. We're also getting another Bad Lieutenant this year with Liv Morgan in it, which should be interesting. Directed by Takeshi Miike. But
an Asian Bad Lieutenant, right? Tokyo,
yeah.
Right? Is it Bad Lieutenant Tokyo? Yeah.
Yeah. I think
the
Red told me. I think the trailer just dropped today as well. So
yeah, isn't that crazy? Irony of all ironies, right?
Yeah, but I do really like the Bad Lieutenant. I think it's a fantastic crime movie. And yes, and I think Harvey Keitel is great in it, so it's an easy yes for me. So Bad Lieutenant is going to make the list. Chris, we go back to you for your next nomination.
Okay, should I risk it? Because, yeah, I think it's one of my favorite Scorsese movie that either people love or people don't like. I have one of the both that love it. Last Temptation of Christ. I'm not a religious person. I'm really not, but I'd love to take a Jesus Christ. I see Harvey Keitel does stand out really good at Judas Iscariot. His saying to the end when Jesus living that reality, come and break it in a way, the truth of it. I think he did a good job. The same way they asked him to betray him. Harvey Keitel does stand out. The whole cast magnificently stand out. Really good for one of my favorite really the performance. But yeah, not sure how this there you go, because I know there's a good amount of people who love it, like me, and a good amount of people who hate this. So Last Temptation of Christ.
Yeah, I like The Last Temptation of Christ. I'm not overly in love with it, but it is in the sort of area where on my personal list there's like, if it comes up, I don't mind saying yes to it. Like it's it's still a good movie. And yeah, so I think it's definitely an interesting take on Jesus' life. But I think Martin Scorsese does what he does best and does a really compelling story. So yeah, it's going to be yes for me. Dan, what do you say about The Last Temptation of Christ?
Well, Chris, I alluded to this off air. There's going to be a movie that if it comes up, I'm going to say no to, because I absolutely cannot stand it, and that is The Last Temptation of Christ. I absolutely can't stand this. I don't want to Pontius Pilate with a New York accent. I just think he is bad casting. Harvey Keitel's bad casting in this movie. And this is not a great version of Jesus Christ, to be honest with you, if you ask me. So even though Scorsese is my favorite director, this is one of my least favorite Martin Scorsese films and one of my least favorite films of all time. So I'm going to say no, but I know Malcolm already said yes, so you got it on the list, Chris.
That Last Temptation of Christ is going to make the list, and it comes back around to me from next nomination. And I'm going to try for this one. I'm going to bring up the piano, because I think this is one of those movies that has a lot of great actors in it. And I think Harvey Keitel is no exception. I think he's fantastic in the movie. And basically, if you've never seen it, but the plot of the piano is basically about this like mute Scottish woman who travels to New Zealand after a arranged marriage and that, and then it's just one of those ones where I think is a really sort of fantastic movie. And you've got like Holly Hunter and Anna Paquin, and I think it's just one of those ones where I think it's just fantastic. And yeah, so. Dan, what do you say about the piano?
Well, Malcolm, when you asked me to do this episode, I thought to myself, I know one movie Malcolm's going to bring up, and I'm not going to say it because I'm going to let Malcolm bring it up, because it's a movie that takes place in New Zealand. It's a New Zealand movie, and it's a movie that is got great direction from what's her name?
Jane Campion.
Jane Campion. And I knew it had also. Did you guys bring this up last week in Sam Neill?
Yeah, it came up.
Yeah, I didn't watch last week's, but I'm just saying to myself, they're going to bring up Sam Neill last week, and they're going to bring it up again this week, Malcolm. And I said to myself, I'm not saying a word until Malcolm says something. Wow, what a fantastic film this is, man, Malcolm. I highly recommend it. You are 100% correct. This is a amazing, amazing, amazing movie. And can we please get a kid actor to win an Academy Award. The last time a child actor won an Academy Award was Anna Paquin for The Piano. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, Hollywood. We cannot get a child actor to win. And at least 2 or 3 over the last 25, 30 years have been worthy of winning an Oscar. And just because they're kids, you don't give them Oscars. Anna Paquin was amazing in this. Holly Hunter, Harvey Keitel, Sam Elliott, everybody. What a fantastic movie, The Piano. So big yes for me, Malcolm. I was waiting for you to bring it up.
Chris, what do you say about The Piano?
So I have not seen it. I've been waiting because they put it into theater this year. So I'm ready for my first time to watch it in theater because they didn't re-release. Because the trailer won me. I saw the trailer in front of, I believe, the invite for the re-release. So yeah, so there you go see it in theater when it come out. Theater.
But The Piano is going to make the list. And we've got 3 spots left. We go back to Dan.
I'm going to shoot my shot for a little movie that I don't think either of you seen, but you never know. You might have seen it. And it's like an autobiography, semi-autobiographical story about Martin Scorsese's life called Who's Knocking at My Door? And Harvey Keitel plays a version of Martin Scorsese, if you will, in New York, where he's courting this girl, and he's dealing with his Christianity, whether he believes in his Catholicism or not, and he gets this beautiful girl that he's dealing with that he meets, and he realizes something about her after a while, and she's ashamed of it, but he's not really ashamed of it. He's really he thinks about it, but he in the long run he realized, hey, it happens. Things happen in life, and he wants to be supportive of this woman. And this is Martin Scorsese's debut. It's called Who's Knocking at My Door, and Harvey Keitel is incredible in this movie, and I highly recommend it if you guys haven't seen it. So I'm just going to shoot my shot for Who's That Knocking at My Door.
Chris, have you seen Who's That Knocking at My Door?
No, I got a lot of Martin Scorsese blind spot this and one of them.
Yeah, I also haven't seen it, unfortunately. So,
no, I knew that. I had a feeling, but I just wanted to bring it up because I felt like this is the time to say, hey, if anybody hasn't seen this, you want to, I recommend it. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to bring it up.
But Chris, we go back to you. What is your next nomination?
Yeah, I do shoot my shot here. I feel like if I don't bring it up, then shaming the production of Just In back in April of this, so I'm doing the musical version. I bring it up Sister Act. Sister Act.
Sister Act. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love Sister Act. I love both movie and musical. I just did the production of the musical back in April. I played the guy that gets shot and deforming. I think it's a great movie. I think Harvey Keitel great at the main villain, not in a lot, but his thing does outright the thing we finally confront Whoopi Goldberg at the end, you know, and they hesitate about shooting on it. Great. I think the whole cast is phenomenal. Maggie Smith, Whoopi Goldberg, the music is fantastic. Really sweet little Disney movie with a really good performance for Harvey Keitel in it. So bring up.
Yeah, I like Sister Act. This is honestly one of those ones where, like, when I was making my sort of letterbox list, Harvey Keitel, this one came out. I was like, I don't remember Harvey Keitel in the movie, but he was in it.
He's the main villain in the movie, pretty much.
I still forgot he was in it. But I like Sister Act. I'm gonna give a slight note because I've got things higher up there. I think should be on it more. But if it makes the list, it makes the list. Dan, what do you say about Sister Act?
Yeah, no, Chris. I know he's the villain in the movie and stuff like that, but yeah. I'm with Malcolm though. I have some other things I'd like to see if we could try to get on the list. Better movies, better performances from him. and he's kind of a cliched kind of villain character, you know, in Sister Act, you know. So I'm gonna say no as well.
Yeah, we're trying to shoot for a family-friendly one on our list. If we have so many R-rated and so many.
No, you're right. You're right. No, I agree. I see what you're going for.
Yeah.
You got National Treasure on the. That's national.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But then more like people get killed in that role and like.
But anyway, I'm gonna try first. I know this director is one of those ones that's very hit and miss with some people. Like some people don't like his very artsy style stuff, but some people do, and I am one of those people. And I'm bringing up the Grand Budapest Hotel. Where once again he has a small role in it, but I think he's great, and I think the movie itself as a whole is fantastic. And like what Wes Anderson manages to do with his big ensembles in there, I think he always utilizes them, and like even if they're a small role, they're still memorable in the role, and I think yeah. So Dan, what do you say about the Grand Budapest Hotel?
Yeah, Malcolm, I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie, and I love the fact that Wes Anderson does do a lot with ensembles and has a lot of different people in there. But this is really a small role for Harvey Keitel, and I don't even have it on my honorable mentions list. It's such a small role in this movie, and like I said, I absolutely love this movie. But because I have other things, and wasn't even on my list of honorable mentions, I'm going to have to say no for the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Chris, what do you say about the Grand Budapest Hotel?
I have all three its appearance with Anderson on my list honorable mention.
Can't hear you, Chris. You got your hand in front of your mouth. Go ahead.
No, I have.
Now you're freezing up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No. Say okay.
Yeah.
Speak up. Speak up. Okay.
So I have all three Wes Anderson movie with Harvey Keitel on my list honorable mention. This is higher up on my list than the other two. Yeah, I love his role in the movie. It's small, but the prison scene is a good standout in the movie. But so yes, I don't think we have a small Harvey Keitel movie on the list so far.
The Grand Budapest Hotel is going to make the list. But Dan, we go back to you for your next nomination.
Oh man, I don't know. I got two that I'm just hoping that make the list, because now I got three on my list. I have four on my list.
There's one I surprised haven't been brought up yet. So
I got four on my list that I haven't even been brought up yet, and we only have two spots left. I'm gonna bring up The Irishman. I just think he's amazing opposite Robert De Niro and Al Pacino and Stephen Graham and so many of these other people in The Irishman. I think he really is part of a great ensemble in that film. And I'm not the biggest fan of The Irishman, but I like this trio of these guys of being friends and being involved in crime and being involved in kind of killing people and the mob, really the inner workings of what's it called? What the Chris, help me out. What's it called? The union. You know, the union that they're all involved with Al Pacino and stuff. The Teamsters Union. The Teamsters Union and gangsters and it just if The Irishman was a little bit shorter, it would have been even better than it was. But yeah, I'm gonna go The Irishman here and see what happens.
Chris, what do you say about The Irishman?
You know, when you say you forgot Harvey Keitel was such a, I forgot Harvey Keitel was an Irishman. I think of everybody else in the movie. I completely forget about him. So I see Ray Romano, I see Stephen Grant, I see Al Pacino, I see Joe Pesci, and I see all of this thing. I forgot Harvey Keitel there. I mean, I like The Irishman. One of my Like, not one of my favorite Monster Society, just because they're too long. They take way too long to get to the point of the movie at point. A small no, but if it make the list, it make the list. Just the one or two just slightly higher than it.
Oh, it's not going to make the list. I hate The Irishman. I think it's completely boring, and and they raised Anna Paquin in the movie. She barely has any lines. And yeah, it's an easy no for me.
No problem. I have a feeling that it'd be a stretch to get The Irishman on the list.
But Chris, we're going to go back to you. What is your next nomination?
Yeah, I do bring up now before we get crucified by people by not mentioning this film. Reservoir Dogs, like it's one of his leading role, and he's phenomenal in the movie along with everybody else, Steve Buscemi, everybody else. Like he's trying to be the one that trying to keep everything together, and it all just fall apart around him. Like he believing that nobody, like he trying to advocate for few of them, but. Personal favorite Harvey Keitel performance. Like drew me more on the radar how good an actor he is. And he had wanted, and he my favorite between the Quentin Tarantino movie he appeared in. So, Reservoir Dogs would be my brother.
Yeah. I think Reservoir Dogs is just fine. I'm not a massive fan of it. I think Harvey Keitel's good in the movie, but I think the movie as a whole is just fine. So it's a no for me. Dan, what do you say about Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah, I actually enjoy Reservoir Dogs. I mean, one of my favorite scenes of all time is with stuck in the middle with me. What's his face? Can I remember his name? Who's that? What is his name? The guy who cuts the guy's ear off. I love that.
Buscemi, what the other?
No, but Steve Buscemi's great in this.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel's fantastic in this.
Mm-hmm.
I love this movie. It was going to either be this or The Irishman. I was going to bring up next, and I brought up The Irishman. I had a feeling it might get knocked off, but it's fine. But I'm going to say yes for Reservoir Dogs. I like this movie. It just shows you the talent that Tarantino was about to have. You know, like he got True Romance, he wrote the script, and he directed this. Then his next one is Pulp Fiction. So you just see the progression of his talent with writing and then directing. Then he combines it all for Pulp Fiction, you know. And I think Keitel's fantastic in this. And
I thought that and Pulp Fiction, the only two Tarantino movies he done. I'd be trying to go back to cameo. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I think he's fantastic in this. I think that group of guys, the Mr. Pink, Mr. White, all those guys are.
The diner scene is so good. Like they were arguing over the tip. Like I love that.
Again? What'd you say?
The diner scene where they're arguing over the tip.
They're arguing over the tip. But I like the stuck in the middle with you where the guy he cuts his ear off and the thing he's dancing around. I love that scene. Sorry, Malcolm. I'm going to say yes to Reservoir Dogs.
I mean, I figured. I think it was going to make
you up to Dan for the Temptation of Christ. So, even now, you get movie.
I'm surprised. I was surprised when you said you didn't like it, Malcolm. I'll be honest with you.
I've never cared for it.
Wow, that's odd. Okay, that's interesting to me. I don't have any paper. I don't have anything to write anything. Wait. Let me see. I might have some.
We got one more.
I mean, we've still got one. We've still got one spot.
Do we? Oh, I thought. Okay, my fault. It's my fault. All right.
That's why I brought up Reservoir Dogs because we shot and haven't been brought up yet. That really let me dust it on here before we say yes.
Yeah. Good move, Chris.
I'm gonna try for this one, see what happens. Once again, I don't know how many people have actually seen it, but I'm gonna go for a movie that was almost going to be Martin Scorsese directing it, but then he dropped out of production to go and direct Casino, which opened it up for Spike Lee to come and direct it, and that's a movie called Clockers, in which you've got it's basically the story of this drug dealer who becomes entangled in a murder investigation. Harvey Keitel plays one of the detectives in it. But you've also got Mickey Pfeiffer, Delroy Lindo, John Turturro, and I think it's just a fantastic movie. It's one that I watched for the first time for something. I think it might have been not at the 95 letter series or something like that. But I think it's one of those movies that I hadn't heard of much, and that I watched it. I just thought it was just fantastic. It's a great sort of murder mystery in that, and I think it's a very interesting movie. So I'm going to see how this goes. I don't know. Don't expect many people have seen it, but Dan, what do you say about Clockers?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of empty holes in my film watching, Malcolm, but I honestly do not remember ever seeing this movie, Clockers. I saw it on the list when I was looking up his movies. I said, God, I don't remember this movie. And I can't honestly say yes to something that I haven't seen. And so for that, I'm going to have to say no.
Chris, what do you say about Clockers?
I have never heard of it until you brought it up. I know the director's filmography pretty well, but never.
But if that Clockers isn't going to make the list, and we go back to Dan.
Yeah, I got. I'm just pulling something up real quick here. I know we don't have a lot of time. I'm going to talk about a movie that is mainly a female-centric movie, but he has a key role in it. Harvey Keitel does, and I just feel like, when you're thinking about great movies, you're thinking about movies like, and you don't have a lot of like woman-centric movies. And so what I wanted to bring up on the list, once again with Keitel in a supporting role, is Thelma and Louise. I see it right there. Thelma and Louise. He's look, some of the characters in Thelma and Louise aren't very good guys. Okay? Some of the characters in the movie aren't very good guys. But I like Harvey Keitel in this. I kind of like him in this. So for that, I'm gonna bring up Thelma and Louise. But it's really, if you want to get a movie featuring two of the great performances, a female buddy movie, Thelma and Louise is one of the best of all time. And so Harvey just kind of has a supporting role in it. But I figure, what the heck, we'll bring it up and see what happens.
Chris, what do you say about Thelma and Louise?
I don't remember if I have seen this all the way through. I seen bits and pieces of it. I just like I say, did a lot of film that blank spot my list, and I just haven't seen enough to say yes or no. Just because I've seen bits and pieces of it. It's just been on my watch list for a long time.
Well, he's a cop again. He plays the detective.
Yeah. No, this was going to be an easy yes for me. Like, I think Thelma and Louise is great. I think it's just a fantastic movie all around. And I think Harvey Keitel is good in it. So that Thelma and Louise is going to be the last movie that's going to round out this list. Chris, did you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I had Moonlight Kingdom. I had Second Edge Treasure but Secret. I had Isle Dog. A movie that a lot of people kind of forget because of scary, with one great movie and the rest of that hit and miss. I like him a lot in Red Dragon, playing Jack Crawford. Like, it's a very small role, but he does a good job opposite like Edward Norton and very fine Anthony Hopkins movie. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my honorable mention.
Some of the honorable mentions that I had, Bugsy, another crime movie that he has this small role, and I think this is one of those ones where like Harvey Keitel, like he doesn't have a lot of big leading roles. He's a lot of supporting roles in general. I liked him in Be Cool. The sequel to Get Shorty. A movie that I actually watched for the first time for this, Fatal Honeymoon, I think is a fantastic sort of movie. And yeah, Dan, did you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, he's a role that you don't see him as, but the father figure with a family who ends up in the wrong place at the wrong time, and from dusk till dawn. But he tries to do the best to help his family in that. God, I would have liked to have seen that get on the list, but we're just one shy. But The Duelists, another great movie from Ridley Scott. Similar to The Last Duel in a way, but 30 or 40 years before those movies from Ridley Scott. Lansky, where he plays Meyer Lansky, which is, a gangster figure. Blue Collar, another cop movie. Dangerous Game, another crime movie. City of Industry, where he's like a political figure. He plays a political figure in a movie set in a world of politics and stuff like that. So he's one of the best. He's one of the best supporting actors around, and you see that in all of these movies. He has really good supporting.
Even in bad movies like The Comedian or Little Nicky, he tried his best to do the movie.
But for that, just to recap what we've got on this list, we got Mean Streets, we got Copland, we got Pulp Fiction, we got Taxi Driver, we got National Treasure, we got Youth, we got Bad Lieutenant, we got The Last Temptation of Christ, we got The Piano, we got The Grand Budapest Hotel, we got Reservoir Dogs, and we got Thelma and Louise. Dan, what do you have for number 12?
I already know what you do it right down.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Chris, what do you have at 12?
I said Bad Lieutenant.
But he's going to have a three-way tie because I put Reservoir Dogs. But we're going to go to the chat. Reservoir Dogs, Bad Lieutenant, or The Grand Budapest Hotel. The first comment I see will decide what.
Dan, I almost thought you were doing right the one you hate the most.
Well, yeah, I was gonna, but I just think he's such a small role in this that he really doesn't really make a difference.
And it's going to be The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Anybody know who Leah Logan is? Like, we always see him pop up in.
He's always in the chat.
Yeah. Thought he become like kind of sustained.
But Chris, what do you have for 11?
Bad Lieutenant. I haven't had time to write it down.
Sticking with Reservoir Dogs, Dan.
The Last Temptation of Christ.
We're going to the chat again. We've got Reservoir Dogs, got Bad Lieutenant, and we've got Last Temptation of Christ.
I need you one more time here, Leo.
Yeah, we need Leo.
Whoever. Yeah! Good man. Good man, Leo. All right, now we're going to start getting down to the nitty gritty here.
But I'm sticking with Reservoir Dogs. Dan, what do you have at 10?
Youth.
And Chris.
Natural Treasure.
All right, change it to National Treasure.
And we've still got a three-way tie. We've got Reservoir Dogs, we've got Youth, and we've got National Treasure. First comment I see, it will decide on what ends up at 10. And it's going to be National Treasure.
Good call, Leo. Good call. Whoever was that, Leo again?
Yeah.
No, that's a good
Hey,
person.
Leo, why don't you comment sometime to come on? We would love you to have you on any of the show. Like,
But Dan, what do you have for 9?
Youth.
Chris.
youth. No, I mean youth. I had to make
Youths.
other
Two youths. The 2 youths.
And Reservoir Dogs, but it's going to be Youth.
Me and Dan making my cousin Vinny joke.
Yeah. What do we got left, Malcolm?
We've got Mean Streets, Copland, Pulp Fiction, Taxi Driver, Bad Lieutenant, Piano, Reservoir Dogs, and Thelma and Louise. But Chris, what do you have for 8?
Bad Lieutenant.
Sticking with Reservoir Dogs.
I actually went with
Dan.
Taxi Driver because he's got a smaller role in that. So I went with Taxi Driver.
Got Freeway Togo, Reservoir Dogs, Taxi Driver, and Bad Lieutenant. First comment of see we'll decide what ends up at 8.
I even picked Taxi Driver on the list, but he's got such a small role in it. So
And it's going to be Taxi Driver.
yeah, I mean that's what I thought, Leo. Even though I like the movie a lot, he's such a small character in the movie. That makes sense.
It's very rare to find a list here when he's the leading role, which I few did.
Well, I mean, like Youth, he's a leading role. Bad Lieutenant is he's leading. But as I said before, like he's one of those actors that, like, just looking down his filmography, he's mostly been supporting roles. So, but with that, stick with me and surprise. I've got Reservoir Dogs still.
I'm gonna go with you, Malcolm, this time. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna actually go with you, side with you, and go with Reservoir Dogs.
You gotta pick my number 1. I have Bad Lieutenant.
He's got a smaller role in Reservoir Dogs, not like the leading role or nothing. Whereas Bad Lieutenant, he's the main character, and he's really good at it.
Yeah,
so.
in Reservoir Dogs, right, in smaller role, he is like trying to be the thing that keep everything from falling apart. And
Well, yeah, I mean, the group as a whole, they all got a lot of lines, because it's Tarantino.
And he the only one that defend like the people that end up getting shoot to the end, thinking they not the informant.
Yeah, I got you. What do you got left? What have we got left, Malcolm?
We got Main Streets, Copland, Pulp Fiction, Bad Lieutenant, The Piano, and Thelma and Louise. Alright. Dan, what do you have at number 6?
I think it's time to get rid of Thelma and Louise on the list.
Bad Lieutenant.
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, they were on a good road and they went off the cliff to number 6.
Chris, what do you have at 5?
Yeah, I prefer to me more Nicolas Cage, Bad Lieutenant.
I'm going for Copland.
I'm actually going to go with Chris this time. I'm going to go Bad Lieutenant.
And we got
4 left.
Mitri, Copland,
Pulp Fiction, and
The Piano.
Piano. All right.
Right, this is a little bit more easier.
Malcolm, I tried to do the best I could to keep this on the list as long as I possibly could, but I think it's time. Piano.
But Chris, what do you have it for?
I mean, with the argument, he had a small role in it. He's really great on Pulp Fiction.
And I went Copland. So we're going to go to Leo. So Copland, The Piano, or Pulp Fiction at 4.
You guys argument again. You guys with Pulp Fiction.
And actually, it's Brian that got in first. This time it's going to be Copland.
Brian, what the
Brian,
heck?
you're taking my top.
Come on, Brian, what are you doing, Brian? Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Do your job, Brian.
Come on, Brian. Get out of here. Let Leo pick. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. I thought Copland was going to get in the final 3.
But
Copland,
we've got Main Street. We've got Main Street's Pulp Fiction and The Piano left. And it's on to me, and I'm going to The Piano. Dan.
I'm going to go to The Piano.
Pulp Fiction. We're going small role versus leading role here for the.
We're voting for a winner. We're voting for a winner.
Are we voting for the smallest role, one of his smaller role, or versus one of his leading role?
But Dan, what do you have for number 1?
Mean Streets.
Chris.
Now my ranking number 3 on Main Street.
I'm voting for the only one I've seen, which is Pulp Fiction. But Mean Streets is going to be number 1.
That right then, Howden, curse Diaz and Dan for calling me. What?
Well, now, Malcolm, you have to see Mean Streets. Hopefully.
We'll try to read the comment section. What he
do you buy? Do you like Criterions? Do you got that? What happened? What was that about Danhausen?
No. Brian was joking. That he's getting Danhausen to curse you, and Chris.
Get out of here! I'm cursing you, Brian. I'm cursing you, Brian. Get out of here!
Just put Harvey now. Get your job done, Brian. And
now, can you get Criterions in New Zealand, or is it expensive?
Well, I mean, to find one that isn't region locked, because we don't get them Criterions in New Zealand.
New Zealand, damn it, man.
I mean, I can order them from America, but I have to make sure they either work in New Zealand or they're 4K, but that can work anywhere. So.
I was gonna send you a copy of Main Streets, but I got to see how much it costs to send it to you. I get a 4K copy of Main Streets. I'll mail it to you.
But the top 12 Harvey Hotel movies we have got, it's got the Grand Budapest Hotel at number 12, got The Last Temptation of Christ at 11, got National Treasure at 10, we've got Youth at 9. We've got Taxi Driver at 8. We've got Reservoir Dogs at 7. We've got Thelma and Louise at 6. We've got Bad Lieutenant at 5. We've got Copland at 4. We've got The Piano at 3. We've got Pulp Fiction at 2. And we've got Mean Streets at number 1. But that is the end of ranking for this week. Next week we are back on Sunday. We're going to be doing top 12 drama TV shows of the 2010s, which should be interesting.
That is good. That beat out Erotic Thriller, huh? I thought Erotic Thriller was going to beat it out, but I guess not.
I mean, it was close. Like it was very low voting on the poll, anyways.
Was it? Okay.
It was by like 2 votes, but. It is. But Dan, where can people find you online?
You can find me at my name, Dan Skip Allen, on Facebook, Instagram /Threads, and Twitter /X. Blue Sky, Letterbox, or any variation of DP Skip Allen or From the Fourth Row. Also, I am the editor-in-chief. I am the owner, editor-in-chief, and head film critic of FromTheFourthRow.com, where there's all kinds of reviews up. There's going to be a review of The Ice Cream Man tonight at 11 o'clock. So if you really want to read one of my writers' thoughts of The Ice Cream Man, I believe it's the mystery movie here in America.
I heard it not. I've just seen Facebook. They're not good from people who just.
Yeah, well, it's a remake. The Ice Cream Man's a remake. Also, I'm over on Malcolm and I should be getting started pretty soon. Not in the next few weeks. Gone with the Wind, where we talk all things awards. We're gonna have a lot of good guests this year on Gone with the Wind. We're gonna hope it's an up in the sky kind of battle right now. A lot of different movies still have a shot at those Oscars and those awards. So stay tuned to Gone with the Wind with me and Malcolm and whoever else we can grab to get on with that in the future. Also, I'm over on the Dill Pickle Network sometimes with Picture This. I got an episode dropping in September. Keep an eye out for that. 1971. I'm over with my buddies on Chasing Labels. We just did Memento for Movies Down Memory Lane. That's mainly a physical media channel. I'm over with Jordan and Austin and Malcolm and those guys over at Movie Hero Network sometimes. So I'm all over the place. Also, I got my new series that I've been dropping episodes. I just dropped 1999, the best film year ever episode, Eyes Wide Shut with Russell Howell. So if you're interested in 1999 movies, you want to talk about one specific one or whatever, just hit me up. Let me know. I'll get you to come on with me. We're trying to figure out, is 1999 the best film year ever? So that's my new series that I'm doing. So,
Chris, where we can be for you online?
Oh, you just find me here. Show about trivia, multiplayer, a couple matches here and there. Over there, Letterbox. I have a lot of my video for Harvey Keitel, Spider-Man, Haiti Town, a lot of stuff that came out recently in the movie theater. A lot of good stuff in the movie theater right now. And then, you find me anywhere else. Happy to be on. Been a while since I've been on, but happy I did this topic for you guys.
Yeah, and you can find me on Take Through Darkness as a host. Rank them each week. Next week is top 12 drama movies of the 2010s. You can also find me on my own personal YouTube channel, Malcolm's Media, as a host. Spear from the Past. Every week, most weeks. Next episode will be on Judgment Day 2006. And I'll pop up here and there from time to time doing other things. But if that is ranking for this week, and we'll see you next time.